And we are live, so don't say anything gross. And I promise I'll try not to dox you again. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, I love that thumbnail.
Yeah. I set that up specifically to bully you. Check out the description. So hello everybody. We're back. With hopefully a smooth stream. Today we're playing Requiem. Not Requiem. Requiem, made by Matt. This is before we met each other. Right? This is like the only campaign that's seen light. But
I was gonna say, with regards to the development, my original idea was to make a campaign with like Jacket and Pardo, but some asshole already made that, so I had to go somewhere else. Nice.
Alright.
I'll try to monitor the chat as much as I can.
I don't have you as a moderator yet. Let me do that. Alright, now you have...
I mean, doesn't matter.
You have power. Yeah, what I would suggest is if someone starts spamming, just to put them in the timeout. That's what I usually do. There was some dude last stream that was spamming the word kebab for some reason, but I think I've got him banned fully at this point. Also, could you share this?
How do you timeout people?
You just like click on the little 3 dots. Also, share the stream with the Discord so everyone knows. Just at everyone. Or at here if you want to be respectful.
You just say here.
Stream is live. I don't know. Yeah, at here will get everyone who's online. Just so someone doesn't come on like 2 hours after the stream, it still has a ping. Okay. Yeah. So it's funny for you to say that the Rooster Files fucked you up because like after playing this, and it was such a more somber and like serious tone than most of the things I've worked on. It gave me the desire to make another serious campaign, which is kind of how Madness joined, or Madness.
Yeah, and
like,
speaking of too,
I joined Madness crew.
Yeah, with like I think in the beginning, especially with the editor, I was just like making levels, and then I kind of had the idea to make a campaign. And so I think I was talking to Palo, because Palo did help me out a lot with like sprites and other shit with Requiem, because
He made Benny.
in total it took me like 8 to him and Benny made the top-down sprite and face sprites and all that, but the development took like 8 to 10 months because again I was just like a noob in the community, just like starting out. But obviously with anyone starting the editor, just like make levels just to get the feel for it. And I think Halo made a good point. He was like, well, the ones that you've already done, he's like, why don't you just use for the campaign so you're not just making more shit? And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
So you hadn't released those levels yet? Because I don't remember seeing...
No, they're in here, so they'll... Go ahead.
I don't remember seeing them like on your workshop, but maybe I wasn't looking good enough. So there's single levels on the workshop that are in this campaign?
Yeah, so basically they were single levels in the workshop, but I deleted them because they're already in Requiem. So collection was like no, house call was the first, and then I think I posted collection, which is kind of where I started getting a little bit better with the editor. But yeah, I just basically removed them from my workshop items because they're already in Requiem. So yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
One thing I liked about this campaign was it kind of kept the same format of the phone calls, but it wasn't 50B. Like, it's just some old fucker in a messy room, and it's never explained. Like I like that vagary to it.
I that cutscene.
Can't hear the music. Can you? There we go. Oh yeah, the music's very quiet in this, if I recall.
Oh yeah, sorry. This song, it's like by Marcioplex, and the intro is like very dim, but I'm not like about to edit it and stuff.
Check out that dynamic lighting.
Oh yeah, God. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, Notepad was not really um, common to me. Like,
Yeah,
not
well,
until way later, I started like messing around with it.
yeah, well, at first everyone just wanted to use it to put in the disco ball. Like, no one was thinking of like other applications and like changing behaviors. And like even still, like people aren't using it to its fullest potential because it really does add a lot of variety. That's a good look in the laundromat. Still feel like my audio is too loud.
Yeah, I just wrote that. You sound a little bit not choppy, but I mean, yeah, it's fine to me.
In fact, yeah, I just mean like when I hit somebody, my ears hurt. Alright. Yeah, this is such a quintessential 2016 campaign with like brown trash houses, dynamic lighting, mostly vanilla. Like we were figuring out sprites, but yeah, you know, you'd have your custom player character and maybe some enemies, and that was it.
Yeah, and over time, like especially like as we go through the levels, I think the level design does get better. Each one kind of. And
Is this Aphex? Is this Aphex Twin? Like, it sounds familiar.
This is a Connect. Yeah, it's like Connect Own. All the music's like in the workshop. Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna remove your moderator status, Lego, just because you're not a. This is not your campaign. Yeah, there we go. I was just getting annoyed seeing all those little wrenches. Alright.
I will say the dialogue, I liked how simple I kind of was making it because it's kind of annoying, like cutscenes where it just drags on. But with this, I think it was very like simple. And even when we see like the boss with Dima's character, who's the Russian, which side note, I got the name Dima from Battlefield 3, that one character. And
Is it the
like, oh, that's a cool Russian name, but
is that the dude who like shoots the American or something?
yeah, he like helps with whatever.
I definitely played that campaign, but it was a fever dream. I remember the Eiffel Tower exploding, something going into your dude, into like your friend's chest, like debris, and then a rat bit your finger. That's all I remember from that campaign.
I don't know if an Eiffel Tower explodes in the third one, but
Why does the boss not have a computer? He's just got a keyboard.
oh sorry, I realized how it was delayed, but with that I thought like the blinking of the monitor, like I could have just made it like a blank one, but I think the blinking would have been like distracting the cutscene.
Fair
But
enough.
in terms of yeah, and I spelled Colombians wrong, but with the boss dude, obviously he's just like generic face bright, but I like how he wasn't this like grunt like fucking warlord type dude. Like he's sort of like empathetic towards Dima and whatnot. So he's like not a complete asshole. So that kind of makes him more like personable, I guess.
Yeah, he's just a dude. The Mafians are just dudes in this one. As we play as Winchmen. Yeah, I do like the dialogue in this too. That it doesn't go on too long. And yeah, it like the 2-line system really does make it so you want to have simple dialogue. Like Hotline Miami 2's dialogue, they didn't put a ton of thought into it. It was more about like the general feeling that the player was experiencing than like, and like they weren't speaking poetry. You're such a. When did you become a douchebag, Manny? I love that line. That's how weird it is.
Yeah, with what's it called? Yeah, with dialogue. I think we talked a little while ago about like I forget the term that you use, but capturing like as much as you can in the dialogue with like as few words as possible, and that's definitely like a good trait to try to get or something.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to shoot for. This annoys me. This fake barrier you've got here, you freaking hack.
Yeah. Okay, with the fucking carpet tiles, I was like trying to make it like a different shade of like the asphalt or like concrete. And Plank, I remember a while ago, he's like, I fucking hate how you did that. And replaying it, I've done it so many times where just you're using like carpet as asphalt.
Yeah, that's another like real 2016 campaign thing to do, is like use vanilla assets to as good as you can get. Like my favorite thing from the Rooster Files is the porch mobile, because it's supposed to be the inside of a car, but I like use porch walls and like a trash bag as the steering wheel instead of making just custom assets.
A lot of this campaign is, it's all like vanilla, at least with the tiles. And like we'll see with Reed's pier level that there's like carpet water.
Carpet water, yeah.
Like yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, if only we had known about notepadding in the ocean. Yeah.
I mean, with
Lego
like
got the word. It's called concise.
Concise, nice. Carpet. Yeah, like down this like development. Just further in like the campaign. Like obviously I'm using a little bit more, but almost just small stuff. Like there's a meth lab in one of the drug houses, and then at the very end on the beach, there's like a notepad in the ocean waves and all that. So very small stuff. That's where I started learning. But I think actually notepadding in a meth lab was my first thing, and that was so much trial and error because what ended up happening was at one point the meth lab, I think it had the same IDs as like an enemy, so it was like a meth lab walking around following me. And I was just like so frustrated. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a bad one to start out with. Like I would suggest
that was like a hard one too.
Yeah, I would suggest start out with the disco ball because it's just one item and you can really tell when you get it right because the behavior's so different.
Yeah, and I think Yas, like so many people did help me a lot with this, even with Yas, because with putting the meth lab in on one of the levels, I fucked up the explosion trigger, and I was like, well, how do I like delete this? Because now I have two explosions going off, and he just said you can reverse the IDs to make it an object and then delete the object. And I was like, what the fuck?
I know, it's crazy, like all the things you can do with Notepad at the end of the day. So Toxic Coffee recently found how to perfectly manipulate the coordinates of like the soldier cam barriers, so you no longer I'm curious if you made it huge, if you could just have a massive level that ran like shit.
Yeah. Must be a fire around here. But this is this was published December of 2016, and there's a lot of qualities. You have fucking Richard encounters edgy internal conflicts with him. It's just his
white henchman,
deceased daughter. Classic shit. And then
at least you chose Pardo.
There's certain scenes I do like. You know.
Did you say there's certain scenes you like, and I'm guessing there's certain scenes you hate?
Yeah, like with the dialogue, like hypothetically, even if I did like a redux, obviously I would just remove the asterisks, but certain dialogue just is stupid or like unnecessary. Like obviously asterisks are just dumb in general.
It's just not understanding how to do animations.
Yeah, and that was way out of my field, like when I first was starting. Because like even when like Halo was doing Spice for me, he like gave me the Reed top down, because Reed is technically a jacket default for some stupid fucking reason.
Oh yeah.
When he first gave it to, so that with the port level, I got like 1,000 comments, people being like, I can't pick up the Colombian weapons. I'm like, yeah, because I was dumb and didn't consider this. But just certain stuff that I would change. But obviously, I think with anyone's campaign, looking back, you kind of like cringe or wince at certain parts.
Well, it's funny to see the age, but I think it's cool if you have like a body of work, you can kind of see how they've gotten better over time, like from the first one to the last one. Can't say that with you because we've only gotten one campaign, but we've got some very nice single levels.
Yeah, and at least with Requiem, I appreciate how kind of fluid it plays, where it not that it plays like a movie, but it's kind of always continuously like there's no sort of like spots where it's just kind of dull or whatever. But I don't know. That's just how I kind of look at it. And for its time, I feel like it did well. Like I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but obviously with anything.
I mean, yeah, for a first campaign, it's definitely high quality. Although, like, I didn't realize how much you did that carpet asphalt. Like, we got to the second floor on that, and I was like, oh wow, this is bad.
Love that gray.
You didn't miss anything there, Paradox. We, besides the first 2 levels, I don't know what is the tuna scene? Looks like an active game.
This next level, I know obviously it's Dima's nightmare scene, but with the old raggedy houses, I think what ideally was looking for was to like have him in like a nightmare flashback of like the Russian village that he grew up in, and like the people that he's fighting, instead of gang members, they're supposed to be like insurgents or whatever, like soldiers that are like raiding his village or something. And like it would have been really fucking like cool, but I kind of was just like, oh, I'm just gonna use games. But it's very compact. A lot of this.
I like how perfectly circular the skeleton is here. Like, I can only imagine how much time it took you to get it, because it's like mathematically beautiful. This ring of skeletons. Spooky.
Maybe like that symbol doesn't mean anything, but I was just like, what kind of looks weird and cryptic. But
Yeah.
It could be like a sun, and that could mean a lot of things. But I think like anything with the editor, I was just fucking like a foot away from my screen, just like carefully placing shit. But I think with the forest and stuff, at the very end I was learning soldier camera and like the dark backgrounds and stuff. And at one point I had to remake this, which was kind of a bitch, but I think it came out well. I like the trails and stuff, like the blood. Fucking itchy shit.
Good old 2016 Dream level. Forcefully slaps face. That's the first one. This one's not as bad because he's in the panic phase. It's the ones
just,
where
like, wake up, like you just like wake up, Demo.
yeah, like there definitely would have been better ways. Like instead of checks pulse, he was like, "Let me check his pulse." Like him just saying it. If you had done like what the "Don't Fear the Reaper" thing did, where you had a different face sprite, where it was just the same face sprite, not animated, that would have been better. It's weird because the way that they open and close their mouth, but we definitely give you too much shit for it. I like it. Kind of crazy how much everyone knows it.
Hey, people remember it. That's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, it's definitely better than my first campaign.
Yeah, and like this village, I hate this layout because I wish it was like a lot bigger.
Mhm.
It's just so compact and it's just back-to-back shotgun. Like shotgun is like the most common weapon I think Dima uses in his levels.
Mhm.
But another point I want to note is that obviously with Dima and Reed, with Dima's levels, his are more in like dark settings, but he's more of like a light character. Like if you think of like white and black, like maybe there could be symbolism there, but it's funny that just how they look, that Reed has the most light levels, like a mansion or like a club, where Dima has like drug houses and like a nightmare and stuff. So I think that was kind of cool that I never intended, but just like a pattern I noticed.
Well, it works well because it's hard as fuck to see in this darkness
You can
filter.
actually see him.
Yeah. I don't know what the point of this was. Like, yeah, the misuse of breakable walls is another very 2016 thing.
I know. I was just like, oh, the buildings are falling apart and shit. But yeah, it's kind of wonky. There's just like dumb idle enemies, like place like shitty spots.
I didn't even see that dog.
Oh, well, you learn. Yeah, I should have used the Serpent Shepherds, which I feel like I did, but maybe at the last minute I forgot to add the patch bot. Because I feel like those are a lot easier to see.
Yeah.
Darker levels.
They look really nice too.
Was that Sparta that made those?
Yeah, he did. Back before he went crazy.
Back when he made good stuff?
Yeah.
Back when he made good stuff.
Okay, yeah, fuck off, Dodger. I don't see any weapons. There we go. Oh lord.
I should just made like a darkness filter over this whole level and just layered it like 4 times, because that's kind of what it was like.
Yeah, I've got some glare from coming in from my window too. So, no. So like, and it's got that seizure effect where the hardest part of seizure is seeing everybody, because it's like dark enemies in the darkest location. Really kind of glad that the seizure notepad effects don't actually work. Like if you try to notepad it in, it crashes the game. Because I don't know, I think it's like the LSD filter where it doesn't actually ever look good.
Do you speaking of seizure, do you know how to get those strip club floor lights where they're like rotating? Have you seen those?
I know it's possible because there was a level with that Janji did. And I asked him how to do it, and he didn't respond. So I know it's possible. I've not been able to figure it out. Like, if you look for strip club lights and stuff,
really nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, the kid was a wizard with Notepad that we'll never figure out. Although he's like resurfaced. There was like some screenshots of like this like snowy train looking thing, which looked really cool.
What was his name? That author?
Janja.
Yeah. And then I think Yoss made that guide with the deathless transitions. So I'm like, damn, did he have to like translate back and forth on how to do that shit?
I think he speaks a bit of English. Like he gave Yoss like he gave Yoss a level that like was very simple that did it, and Yoss was kind of able to figure it out from there. It really isn't that hard of a thing. I remember I was really trying in Human Being 2 to figure out how to do the Deathwish transition, because I wanted it to swap between Hammer and Corey on Beanhard. And I got to the point where the two of them were on the same screen and like you could move around as both of them. It just didn't occur to me to send one through the transition and one not through the transition. If I had thought of that, I might have been able to figure it out, but I wasn't creative enough. So it's funny how close I got.
Yeah, because that was the last part of our podcast, right? Because I didn't have time to record, but you're trying to figure out the Deathwish stuff, and so I can record like a separate. Yeah,
it's like a little last bonus episode showing how to do it, and it's been so long that I'm gonna have to like use it to reteach myself. Like so far, Lego used it in that one. I think it was called Blackout. Do you remember?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the stream. Like, I'm just feel bad how many times you're dying on this, because it's such a bad, like...
Well, yeah, like, I keep getting killed by that dog. Is there only one dog? Or is there more than one dog?
There's one when you first start, and there's one in the bottom left room that's super fucking dark, and it's so stupid.
Yeah, I've got some bad glare right now. Oh, I'm at full brightness. There it is. No! You put a double darkness filter in that room. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to shame you here.
Make it extra spooky.
I am scared though. You definitely added on to me being like fearful for my little video game life.
This is a true difficult. Zaya in the comments and was like, "You wish the podcast went somewhere." With that, basically, I think. In terms of having guest people on, I mean, because we did 3 of them. One of them you didn't record, which I'm not gonna give you shit for. But,
well, we did the one with Yoss and Lego and Plank. Like it's like a final thoughts sort of thing.
Yeah, and that was good. And then we did Facility, Basic, and then someone else, and that was a good combo. But that one never.
Basic. Was it Plank?
Bring back the project.
It wasn't Kung Fu, and it wasn't.
No.
It might have just been Facilian Basics. I think like we tried to get Music Jab and we.
Yeah, and his connection was really bad. I felt bad, bad. Yeah, couldn't deal with them. So
Yeah, that was a really good podcast, the one that we made that I did record it. It's just I had my side muted, and so anytime I talked, you couldn't hear me. And I talked a lot.
Your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really good conversation, but in terms, Asire in the comments, he basically saying that bring the podcast back, but do you think any, like, because we talked about having
I don't have time.
with, like, standalone people,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just hard to coordinate that shit, and, like, even with me, like, I've just been working and in school,
Mhm.
it is possible, but even stuff with the standalone podcast, like, hypothetically, if we had, like, that'd be a weird group, like Asire, Danny, and whatever on it. Like, at least me personally, I would almost feel sort of like out of place because I don't know anything about standalones.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'll try to contribute as much as I can. Be like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Could you add vehicle sections? Is it hard? Like, yeah. Essentially the streams with people's, like, with developers. No! Ah! I hit. Okay, so yeah.
Jesus.
I hit the button to pick up that bat. He just didn't do it.
That last room, just clear it out with a melee weapon. Like, don't be a hero.
Don't be a hero. Alright, well, there's a bunch of fats, too. That's why I want to have the shotgun out.
You're like, all my levels are gunplay only. I gotta fucking be dedicated.
I gotta be good at guns. I'm the best at Hotline Miami. Yeah.
You say you just been working on sprites lately?
Yeah, sprites for human beings. I try to do level design, tile design, sprites, and keep that rotating. Although my favorite's level design. God damn that dog. We're gonna be here all day. I got dinner plans, and I'm not gonna meet them, Matt. It's your fault.
When do you have dinner?
It's at PF Chang's, like, at 5. We'll be fine. But, I am.
A date or something?
No, it's just with the family.
The fam. What's your mom doing?
Yeah, she's doing fine. It's actually with my aunt, not my mom, but yeah. We're gonna go see the second Incredibles movie.
Oh yeah, that's other than night. My
Yeah.
sleep cycle's been shit lately because I think we saw that. We were God, when was this? So today is Friday. I think it was Wednesday or whatever, and we went and saw that. But when we got there, it was like a 9:20 showing, and it had been sold out since like 5. And so hey, you did it! I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry, delayed. Yeah, so we had to see like a 10:20 showing, and I think I got home at like 1 o'clock. But yeah, it was a good movie, so I think we'll like it. Internal conflict. My daughter is dead, and she haunts me.
And she looks like a 20-year-old woman.
What's the actor's name in the final cut?
I don't know her name. It's just knockoff girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm not your girlfriend. Yeah.
Bury the
I hired
guilt.
her to be. Bury it, you fucking piece of shit.
She's not middle-aged, I hope, but
For a while, I didn't. Rachel Ward, thank you, Lego. I didn't notice that with her freaking out sprite when she shoots Martin, she has like tears going down her face because they're like very, very subtle.
Mhm.
Also, that wake up, whatever animation is broken. So I think that was the only animation actually that's in this campaign, surprisingly.
yeah. Well, you can actually notepad him in to start out waking up. Like,
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I think that came out after this was done.
cleared his throat.
Also, another thing, in regards to level design compared to now, God, that trigger. I definitely was like more detailed focused, and over time, especially now, I think my level design got more simplistic, similar to like the first game, and that almost like makes making levels for me easier because I definitely am a fan of like overall the level flow and like how it just plays in general. So like people, God, it's such a weird debate, and like we've had this over Discord where people just think that like more detailed is better, but that's not the case where you kind of, it's a weird gray area where it's gonna like conflict with just the gameplay. So it's almost like you really don't need a lot of shit.
Yeah, you get caught on like
But that's just me.
on coffee tables or couches and whatnot. Yeah, this is definitely more cramped. We keep saying it, but it's true. It's 2016. What happened was we were too nervous about off screens. That's the reason that so many levels are compartmentalized and just not open and just so different from the main game. Is because everyone's like, oh, fucking off screens in Windows. So when people started making levels, they're gonna have halls and they're gonna have small rooms, but there's not a lot of big open locations, and I mean that's fine. Especially if you keep it simplistic, it's fine. Like Born Again and that Blessed Redux, like they're fun and they're easy, but I don't know. I think the more open style just works better. And like, not counting that last floor.
Like open, with like open floor plans too, it's definitely with anything there's like a balance to be made, because like obviously you can have like multiple off screens and people are gonna be like, okay, if this is like this one dude's killing me this often, then that's like an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I like with yours is that obviously you understand how it should be. So like open levels are sort of like a weird skill to.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, not all off-screens are evil. If you've got like random enemies and like it's kind of a 50-50 shot if you're gonna get shot from off-screen or not, that can be a problem. But you have unlimited lives and you come back instantly. So if you get off-screened, so long as you remember, like as long as you just keep in your mind, okay, there's someone out there. And I mean, most of them can be solved with just holding shift. And like when you're first starting out the game, holding down shift constantly is kind of strange, and you're just trying to learn how to get footwork, but I don't know. I want to make levels that someone takes like 30 minutes to get through on their first try. Like that's what I really liked about the first game.
Minutes.
I mean, that like literally Death Wish took me an hour to complete my first try, and I wasn't angry at it. It was just I was engulfed in it. But I think some people are angry. Like a lot of some people don't like that. People like easier things.
Yeah, they just want to have their hand held. But no, I agree with you that there's definitely a balance to be made. And almost like it's weird where we talked about where people are sort of going against that and being like, okay, I don't want any off screens in my levels. I just want it to be super compact. And then you have people who, like yourself, are making levels that are, like genuinely hard, but like challenge you in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And people get off screen and they're like complaining about it. So I feel like there should be like a new revolution of actually good levels.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to argue that point in like the Discord servers and on Reddit, because what happens is the skill ceiling, you crash, that skill ceiling is not that high. And a lot of levels in the level editor, if I pick up a suppressed pistol, the game, it's over. I just open the door, I shoot the dude, I close the door. I open the door, I shoot the dude, I close the door. And like look at the main game in the way that so few levels until hard mode's introduced use dodgers. Like we have there's like 3 levels with dodgers in the main game without hard mode. Yet they're way harder than most levels in the editor with dodgers. Yeah, Strong Cold kicked my ass first time.
A lot of people like. Yeah, I was just responding to comments. No, even with small stuff like certain design, like with Demolition's first area, that's almost like not a puzzle, but you're almost like making it difficult with the fewest amount of enemies, which I love. And that kind of gets a lot of shit from people, but it's obviously a different sort of like audience or player, I guess, in the community.
Mm-hmm. Right. I remember I was not arguing, but I was discussing this with Lego the other day about easy levels versus hard levels. And so think about Death Wish and how hard it was the first time that you played it. I mean, that if you playing Death Wish, it definitely kicked your ass the first time. You were exhausted by the time you got to the end of that, and then all of the fans are dead. You're confused. Manny Pardo, the cool cop dude, he just shoots one of the fans. Now you hate him. and you're confused as hell, you're exhausted, you're just lost in the story, and then you're the writer who is exhausted, confused. He's trying to understand the story, but he has no idea. You're in the exact same mindset as the writer in Subway, and I think that's perfect, like, narrative design.
I think that definitely the end of Death Wish is like sort of like a huge what the fuck.
I love this smell.
I think that definitely threw a lot of people off.
Yeah, having the climax like in the middle of the campaign, and like all the ads showed like these are the main characters. It was very bizarre, and I don't know. The treatment of the fans kind of makes me feel like they had a little bit of a negative opinion of the fan base from the start. The fans are not good people. And I think a lot of frustration was people being like, yeah, Jack, it's awesome. They're killing Russians. Fuck the Russians. I mean, that's the whole reason Jake exists, is for anyone who justified the first game by just saying, like, but the Russians are evil. It's okay to kill them because we're Americans. Russia versus America. And so Jake was a big parody of that. Nope. I love this song, by the way. Good old Bloodbath Kavkaz, just the best music curator for Russian synthwave.
Yeah, with this, I said in the comments too, like, that's called Classic Mass Robbery. The second half of this song is kind of weird. It's like this voiceover, but I basically just like looped the audio because I was like, I really like the song, but you ever get that where it's like, this song would be perfect for this fucking level, but there's a certain part that I just don't like.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, instead of having to fucking get a new song, I'm just gonna like edit it. So
yeah, see how I picked up a suppressed pistol there and just, you know, breezed my way through it?
Clear house.
Yeah. Like, the only level that really does that in the main game is the second floor of moving up, having small compartmentalized locations, and then the very next floor you're down a hallway and you have no clue what's at the end of it. What were you saying though?
Oh yeah, just in terms of like, this level's called Collection. I think this is where I started to get more comfortable with level design and small.
Looks nicer.
Like with the white tile. Yeah, the white tile floors with like the dark blue. Like it is carpet, but I sort of like the just how it looks in general. So, and like small details too, like the torture room and all that. I think that's cool. And again, like same with between the two characters, like again Reed has this level is dark, like it's dark and theme where you have this like fancy mansion, but there's like an interrogation room, which God knows what went on. But at the same time, like, it's not a drug house. It's like a nice, it's like a nice light setting mansion, at least in the daytime. But
yeah. Another 2016 thing is that you just had to be an intelligent person when it came to cutscene, like where to go to the trigger.
You have to be an intelligent person. That says a lot, I think, with anything.
Yeah, see how his little creepy mouth, like the fact that the inside of his mouth is flesh colored, it makes it look more like a tentacle, or like a suction cup on a tentacle. A lot of pussies are checked in this campaign.
The original idea for... You say pussy or pulse?
I meant to say pulse. I read it pussies at first because... Never mind. What were we saying? Explain yourself with a fine zealous, Vinny.
With the original idea for the ending of this cutscene with the interrogation room, he like finds the dude alive, and then I was trying to like, God, this was like way before like a lot of the good editor shit came out, but essentially like his sprite would turn into Beard holding jackets at the end of was it Casualties, and they were walking out of the mansion, and then like Richard appears as like one of the corpses, and like I wish I could do some crazy shit like Pig Fingers where like the corpse changes or something.
Oh yeah, he like falls out of the closet.
Yeah, or some crazy shit like that, and like the Reed is like talking to this dude, which is clearly an illusion, but the guy who's like beat up is like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And so it's kind of a weird psychological thing. But I was way out of my league to do that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's one thing I'm actually kind of looking forward to when I work on the human being cutscenes. Is I want to do a bunch of animations because I figured it out finally. But a lot are broken, and you have to like start it and stop it perfectly. But it looks really nice, like the way Lego did it, where like the little dudes are saluting and whatnot. It's so nice. Bleached henchmen.
He definitely.
Did you make this?
Stuck his head in a bucket of bleach.
Did you make this Pardo to Mafian?
No, I found that.
Okay.
And, so
It's
Reed
mostly a
is
recolor.
custom, and then and I actually can't really find the like Dima's original patch squad. Like there's one where it's basically not a Pardo default, which kind of sucks because I like obviously Pardo's playstyle with Dima. But yeah, there's like another mod I found, but I think it was just like a white henchman or some other shit.
Mhm. I mean, white henchman is actually used a lot in 2016 campaigns.
White henchman.
Oh, henchman.
I like with
I mean, technically, the real
What was the
henchman's
campaign
white
version
too.
like?
He's not a black guy. He's just that got that same tan color as the Russians in Hawaii.
Yeah. With fuck, what was it? There was that one campaign. I don't know if it was Puzzle where they're just like, I'm looking for like my henchman buddy. He's the only black guy in the mafia. Like I forget what campaign that was. Super funny.
Oh, that's a Puzzle Box campaign where he's like, he's the only black Russian to ever exist. Rob, do you think the henchman is tan because he was in Hawaii? Yeah, that's what it implies, is that he's got military service. But
Would he just stay tan? Like doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
it's bizarre. He kind of looks like a black dude, but it's literally the same exact color. It was just a bizarre choice on
I mean, you live in-
their part, and maybe it was to imply that they've been in Hawaii
You live
for a
in
while.
Miami. What, you're permanently tan? That's so dumb. That makes no sense.
Well, you can yell at Denaton about it.
I need answers. Oh, speaking of awesome level design, just kidding. So House Call was actually the very first level I ever made in the workshop, and I think I put like 20 hours into this because I was constantly adding to it, and yeah, just a lot of history in this, but definitely it's one of those where it's pretty compact. The silenced pistol definitely helps because if you just went out like guns blazing, then like 40 enemies would just come at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. There was a canceled Basic Brick campaign where you played as the unicorn jacket mask. So most of his levels had that mask, and I never realized how much I rely on shooting walls to bait enemies until I put on that mask. It was actually like making it harder. That you, like the unicorn mask, literally made it harder because I couldn't like bait enemies the way I do. Oh, look at that dynamic lighting.
Fun. And like to be honest, like
That actually, no one. You played it, yeah. Careful, that campaign never saw the light of day. He fucking smothered that thing. But it was good practice for him, I think, level design wise, and it had some nice levels. It just the narrative needed work.
yeah, I was gonna say I know because Basics in the chat, but I was gonna say there's like certain levels I feel like he could have just released as single levels if he would like, because they were like good. Like that Scrapyard level was like really fucking nice. And I think it played like excellent.
Yeah,
But,
the only other Scrapyard level I can think of is that one from one of the Cold Wars, but that's like old, like real old. So I imagine it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, and I can understand like Basics perspective where like maybe the campaign wasn't receptive that well, and he just like wanted nothing to do with it. But like I said, he definitely could have done something with the levels if he still has them. So like if you ever get it like a or just like want to put something out, you could most definitely publish at least like the Scrapyard level, and I feel like that would be receptive.
Yeah, a week where like a campaign that's called Your Mom Gay is like on the top or something. Like if you want to like shut down Thought Line Miami 2, just put up one of those levels. Yeah, emergency funds, emergency levels.
Yeah, emergency, like, he, like, there's a glass box with a flash drive in it, and it's just, like, break in case of emergency, like, Hotline Miami, the sequel is, like,
The squeakquel. Nah, I'm helping him. I shouldn't help him. Actually, I've never played Hotline Miami. Heh, bathroom enemy. Whack.
I did not. Emergency levels. Yeah, dude, there's gonna be, like, a month where there's nothing in the workshop, and then everyone in the Discord is gonna come together like NATO or something, and just like form a committee to restore shit. If only.
Alright, Matt.
We all make a level.
Oh, there they are. God damn.
What? You can't see people?
I literally, like...
The darkness.
Yeah, maybe it's a delay, but you see me wandering around that level for a while. And they're just two idle enemies.
Yeah. Also, this is the third floor, the last one. In the very middle, I added like this fucking daughter in like a 1x1 wall space with fucking bones and shit. Like,
Oh, really?
tell me something that's more edgy than that.
This is the floor with the meth lab, right?
Yep. And I usually just like shoot that thing last because it's a cool like. Once you do it, it'll say like level cleared or whatever. It's like a accomplishment to. But hey, at least you're getting the drugs off the street.
There it is. I want a shotgun.
I haven't been reading the comments. Like I mentioned, the BMT,
Is that Blue Doctor's
thing,
test?
and yeah, that did not go anywhere.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I don't think he got bored. I think he wasn't getting any, whoa! I don't think he was getting any, injuries. You're like, it'd be like the same two
Well,
people
that's
who
what
cared
Zen,
about
I
it.
think.
And like, I didn't
Yeah,
have
like
time to
Zen
do it. I'm working on a
Admin
human
was,
being.
like, still posting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Zen Admin was posting stuff, and there was like a prison one, but it was like only like his level basically. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is the contest just Zen just posting shit? Like,
Yeah, it's just Blue Doctor telling Zen what to make next. Zen approached me at one point telling me to, not telling me, asking me if it'd be okay if he reduxed Rooster files. I said, yeah, go
You still working on that?
do it. Yeah, I've not got a single update since that first conversation. He every once in a while he'll send me a question asking me my opinion on something or some other thing. So I think he abandoned it, but I don't know. It would have been funny to see Zen's take on Rooster files.
Dude, I hope to God it's like just staying underground, and then one day we're just gonna see it.
Yeah, he's just
Wow.
nine whole levels. I mean, Zen levels would be better than the ones we got, because Rooster Files levels are pretty meh.
Like, Frentic or whatever is like even more compact. Like you just have like 2x3 rooms or something. It's just like, wow, this is the pinnacle of level design. This level on a hard mode sucks asshole.
Does it?
So hard.
It's
Like,
it's
you need
very
the ammo.
compact.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happens is with these compact. Oh, there's the edgy girl in the. Okay, cool. I never noticed that before. What was the
Yeah,
thing?
with her, she's just-
Like adding fats to levels that are compact. Like what happens is you just get backed into a corner and then you die. Like that's how they add difficulty. Same with Dodgers. It's the same exact concept. It's just whichever. If you can't find the right weapon, you die. Whereas if levels were more open, you can do a lot. Like if you look at how hard mode handles fats, a lot of the time they're used as like timers. It's like if you don't get a gun within this time frame, you're dead, or you just have to run in a circle. Have you seen that, guys? Oh yeah, I've been meaning to check the Evan Infant mod. I think it looked like it had some fun animations to it. I'm sure Puzzle could turn it into something cute.
You said the Evan mod?
Zen recently made a Venom Snake mod for the sun, and it's got me like eyeball. Yeah, so if you look at the subreddit, someone, the same dude who made like the 9 Lives Cat, like a lot of the really like high concept mods that are like completely change it. He made an infant, and that looked funny. I'm just.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. This dude's got the worst, like, double lazy eye.
The fucking inspector sprite.
Yeah. Like, his eyes are not aligned.
He just looked like a racist, and so that's why I was like, wow, this is perfect. Hey man, you got $1 I can have? Sure, buddy.
Do I know you?
All your friends.
At one point, Reed. Look. Should help those two. Our country's perfect until they. I hate this fucking country. Actually, that actually hit me pretty hard when I first played this. I wasn't expecting it. I thought he was like it does a good job of like showing more of why Reed's doing it. It's like no, he really is like he's in it for the money and he's doing whatever he can to just get out of here.
He's he's an international hitman, and like for a while. So after Requiem, I think I was gonna do that Richter campaign, and I was like, man, this is probably not gonna happen. There was gonna be like an origin story of where Reed he like grows up in Anchorage, and the way I would do levels is that there would be snow, but most of it would be melted, like it's about to be spring or whatever. But yeah, it basically was like woodland shit, and he essentially is like starting out to be a hitman, and plot twist, he gets fucked over, and like at the very end he tries to like take control, or I don't fucking know. So it probably would have been like 8 levels or something based in Anchorage, Alaska. But I think Halo was like definitely on board with that. And then I was like, oh, I'm not good enough for spriting, so this was kind of like just in my head. But yeah, so that's kind of where you grew up, Anchorage.
I like the idea of the melted snow, and
cut down trees.
You don't own Alaska, Brick.
Yeah.
You don't own Alaska. Fuck you. Anyone can do Alaska. Oh boy, it's the magical level that eats frame rates and mobsters.
That's what my deer is for. Yeah, it is. I gotta ask permission to fucking make some.
Hunter Snowflake. Hunter Snowflake. Broken music mod.
What do you mean broken?
That.
Okay. I think you're referring to mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This has got a broken one too, so Matt's not in the clear either. Okay, hold on. Watch this.
Push it.
Boop.
Yeah.
He's gone. Oh, only got half eaten.
With people, I definitely got shit for naming the levels because House Call is one in How I Made Me 2, and then Push is obviously the disco level. So don't be cheap, people, and fucking name the levels after.
Yeah, the only time I could condone it is if you name a level after one of the levels that are like have the blood spilling down. It actually like does that in the level editor, which is really cool. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so you want to see something cool? Oh, I don't think it worked. Let's see here.
What are you trying to do?
There we go. You can dance. Yeah. If in mid swing you throw the pipe, you make Jacket dance.
Just do that while he's like on the dance floor.
Oh yeah, damn! I totally messed up that opportunity. Man.
God, there should be a GIF of that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, with this level, there's a lot of off screens. I think visually it looks cool. Like I fucking love how the dance floor looks. But with this one and then the next floor with like the pool and stuff, which actually is inspired by the first John Wick movie with that spa or whatever sauna thing. And I was like, yeah, I want to make a club level with a pool and all that. So
Yeah.
it definitely was more so detail based rather than gameplay, because the second level with the pool and shit is like so fucking easy to get off screen. So that was more so me being a newbie.
Where does that pool show up in the main game? Because I don't think it's during a combat level. And he's gone. Fun fact: if you see how there's like the checkered ones right here, and then the the ones without like lines in them, if you give them the behavior of the strip club podium private, which is what this item is, they'll no longer disappear underneath it. The blood won't show up, I don't think, but at least that the whole person won't just disappear underneath it. Which it even does that in Seizure.
Oh, cool. I'll probably... Yeah, I'll consider that with my other projects.
Dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna take this time to read some comments. Press.
Yeah, I've been tuning out of the chat.
Yeah, the pool's on the last floor of Takeover. That makes sense, because the last floor of Takeover is in combat. Alright,
When you be murdering Russians, but you gotta dance sometimes, bro.
yeah, so... Blue Eclipse. Yeah, I always wanted to do something...
Oh, wow.
Wait, what'd you say? I was gonna say...
No, I was just about to say, go ahead, sorry.
I always wanted to do something with, like, crowds, like in John Wick. Like, just, like, wandering through a bunch of NPCs, but, like, it's a combat level. I don't know how you'd work that, but I think it would look cool. If you could figure it out. Look how dark this room is. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, there's a peep room in that. It's kind of funny though. It's like just in the women's bathroom. With this level, I had to remake because with the pool area, I thought it'd be a great fucking idea to layer some sort of steam. I forget what notepad property, but I literally had like 8 different items of like steam, and it fucking crashed it because I was like, oh, that was gonna work. So that crashed the whole thing.
Did you not delete them?
Remake it from scratch. No, it just kept crashing for some reason. So luckily I had the screenshots of like the top down and the editor view, but I just had to remake it from scratch. So I was like, okay, well that goes that idea.
I had to do that a couple times.
Like later on in Breathe, like I figured out with the steam I used was the bar broken heroes, and I basically just rotated it so it wasn't like the same shape.
So there is steam on this in this campaign. I don't think I ever noticed that. Or you're talking about Breathe. That's not in this. That's not in this campaign. Okay. I thought you were talking about like a later level. Okay.
That was Breathe. Actually, by that time I actually knew how to fucking make levels and use tips and tricks. But I'm not really hearing the music, but it's fine. The song I used was Deja Vu by Scattle, which is such a great fucking track.
Scattle is one of the few artists of all of the Hotline Miami like artists that contributed songs to the 2 games that like still consistently makes good music. Like, I don't really know what Pert's doing nowadays. I haven't really liked any of his recent stuff. Carpenter Brutt's album was pretty good, but not as good as some of the others. What else do we have? Also, I feel like this AK's got some recolor issues. Looks like he's got like skin tone on the tip of it.
I know the baseball bat. Yeah, the baseball bat's a lot darker. It's like a weird, dark, saturated yellow. So I think Halo fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah, just blame him. God. Yeah, a lot of it's because we're talking. I'm not paying attention.
No, you're good. Yeah, a lot of like the pool stuff is basically in a giant counterclockwise patrol, almost exactly how Stronghold's level was in the very last area. So that's fun. But as you can see, I was more so focused on aesthetic rather than level design at the time.
Yeah. Would you tile before you place the enemies down?
Yeah, that's actually another good topic because the way I do it even now is that I almost do it like simultaneously, where I'll make the rooms and then tile them, and I think I'll put like a few objects in and then do enemies. So it's almost like I know how you just do the walls first and all that.
Yeah, walls and then enemies. Well, really walls and enemies at the same time. Like I'll design like a room and then like the adjacent rooms, and then playtest that a whole bunch. I won't put it up for like other people to playtest till the whole floor is done, but I don't know. Like I get an idea in my head of what I want the player to do, and then I just work at it till like I get it to be fun.
Yeah, even when we're doing the podcast with like the level design, it kind of surprised me that people made levels differently. I like in a way, not that I was like ignorant, but like I just
Never considered it
the same way. So that was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, it
like,
just
whoa.
the way the level editor is laid out, it is kind of deceptive that you would think like, oh, walls and tiles and then items and then enemies. But that is the worst way to do it, because if you design an entire level with like full furniture and tiles and without setting down a single enemy, you're way more likely to compromise on design. Be like, it's good enough.
Well, that's what. Yeah, and like not calling it out, but I think Cross Ross is like one of those where it's like you can just tell that detail just came first, and they just dropped the enemies in. So.
Like you have a vague idea of the rules, and so long as you don't break those.
Yeah.
Red Star also did that for a couple, and so I've been able to talk him into doing it my way. And my way or the highway. But I don't know. I think he's got the first level done entirely, and I haven't played the full version yet. But the versions I have played, I've been playing a lot better. The way you can actually like move around. It's not just hoping you don't get backed into a corner when a fat chases you down.
He's definitely get the ball rolling on that, and I was actually surprised how I think he said it was going to be like 5 levels. I'm not spoiling anything, right? Like that's only.
No, he's pretty open that it being 5 levels.
Okay, cool. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, so
surprise, it's only 5 levels. I feel like that'd be pretty disappointing if he was advertising it as something equally the size of Red Star. So, yeah. 5 levels, 5 quality Lego Mac levels. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, man. And I was just telling him like last night on Discord that I was like surprised how fast he got the ball rolling on that.
Fucking machine.
He was like, "Don't use me as a benchmark for level design." I'm like, I mean, like, you get shit done, dude. Like, not gonna make everything that says a restaurant. Yeah, don't do that again. So
What about Patriots?
definitely just.
Oh, they saw me.
Yeah, what?
God damn it. Patriots doesn't count. Okay.
Yeah. Like replaying the Requiem too, like it's so funny that out of all the levels I get my ass kicked, it was the ones that like I made. So like on collection, I think this level too, like it was almost embarrassing how often I was dying to the point like I almost would like rage quit.
Yeah, well, after this level, I'm going to back out and restart the campaign, because I feel like I'm getting a lot more slowdown than on some of the other levels. But that also might be because you have a bunch of pools and like a shitload of dance floors. Like this level does eat up frames pretty bad.
Oh yeah, in the peep room with just the dark room in general, in the far left corner, there's an AK enemy there that you can take his gun. So if you want more bullets.
There we go.
Top left. More bullets. Yeah, just fucking mow down everyone.
Yeah, look at that one wall wide hallway, fucking with everyone's AI. Ah, I'm out of ammo. Oh, there's a fan. God damn it, man.
It's the full guard.
Never been so scared. Alright.
Now it's a stealth level.
Oh, it's not the last fucking guy. Well, yeah, it might be, because this is...
Yeah, that was probably the last one. You can tell the paranoia.
Yeah. Never had frame issues in Hotline. Yeah, it's because this shit laptop is... Every Windows update just fucking, like, breaks another one of its legs. And less power, processing power. Poor Andy. What's he telling Andy to do? Doesn't he, like, remove all the footage?
Yeah, he tells him to wipe out the tapes. And then
Bitch.
you can choose to kill him or not.
I killed him because I'm a stone cold murderer. Brightness filter, like... I can feel the slowdown.
True. Hold on, uncue really quick.
Alright guys, now it's just you and me. Let's read the comments. Where are we going? Fun fact, I was the one to suggest the locked cutscene doors idea to Dennis over Twitter. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good... I mean, it is good design, but what you need to do is get like a clickable trigger or something to like note where to go. They didn't do a very good job with that. They gave up with the cutscenes eventually. They're like, this is too complicated. Andy's been shot over 1 million times. Yeah. Brightness filters are actually pretty... like, I like brightness filters. They make a lot of the tiles that don't usually look that good. It does annoy me the way that the walls freak out, but for the most part, I like brightness filters. By the time Los Muertos comes out, I'll probably have my own, like, powerful PC that'll just run Hotline 2 like butter. I hope so. Fun fact, brightness filter plus Oscar mask is the worst thing ever. Really? I felt like we were like suggesting to people to put on the brightness filter with Oscar so you can see a bit better. But anyways, that's cool, Lego, that you suggested that to them. I remember I've actually had a couple run-ins with Dinaton over the internet. They've responded to a couple of my questions on their blog when they were like giving level editor updates. I remember there was at least 2 times Dennis and Jonathan responded to me, and then they played Human Being. If your level transitions to another level, always use cutscene doors and an invisible wall on the other side of it. Do cutscene doors screw with, like, once you kill everyone, it says floor complete?
Does that not show if you use cutscene doors?
I'm genuinely asking, I'm not sure. I don't think it does. Well, Plank suggesting is a good idea. Rob, who do you think is the hottest workshop character? Biker's the sexiest, like, main game character, by far.
Biker's the most mysterious.
Yeah, that adds on to his sexiness. I would say the hottest workshop character...
And he has a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, my favorite is Yosef, cute little Yosef, this little grin. Thanks, everybody!
Yeah, but Biker, man, he has muscles, he has a motorcycle, and he gets bitches.
Yeah, my favorite workshop, like, level editor character is Whitfield from Cold War. Essentially, like, my hero that I kind of designed him around in Human Being. Hottest workshop character is Dumble.
God. I saw that the remake that they did. They just basically republished it, but I think at the very end, did you replay it where they did like the update?
For which campaign? Cold War?
Unbreakable?
Oh no.
No,
Okay.
it's
I haven't played it once, just off of principle to never play anything with Fox's name attached to it. I just ignore them. But yeah, I don't know. It's so edgy that someone could really make a good parody level. So I'm confused what happened here. Why is there a van with an arrow at the end?
Hold on. Sorry to shut my door. What'd you say?
Plank, don't be a cyberbully. I'm gonna mute you, Plank, so you can't speak.
Did you say why Mark's car is there?
Yeah, why is there a car here and I can't reach it, but it's got an arrow to it?
So I'm trying to think.
Is that like
Okay, so
Mark's
this is
car?
like a second floor of the cutscene. Yeah, and I don't know why. Maybe I didn't know how to at the time Notepad levels into like different floors. But basically, you go to the payphone and then you walk to the car, and there's a cutscene trigger. So go to the payphone, and then talk to your boy, and then go back and it should show that.
Okay.
It's weird. I can't
That's
think
weird.
of like my process.
Why is everyone saying van?
Van. Is Mark's car a van? That is a car.
Maybe I said the word van. I don't know. Adkins, it's Reed. What you got?
Correcting.
It's the last job I can give you for some time. I'm taking some heat off for the moment. I need to go rogue for a while. I don't think rogue is the right word. I think it's quiet.
Nah.
Colombian
Yeah,
cargo
quiet.
port over the east side harbor. The fuck? Colombians. Colombians.
I like your raspy voice. It's perfect for his character. You sound like that, man.
Rob, you aren't safe. Why am I not safe? I want 7,500 bazillion dollars.
$1 billion.
Did you count how many
Okay,
enemies
well,
were there?
make a
Is there really
pretty
90?
Yeah, actually, I think ballpark like 85 to 90. And I was like, I don't want to do 100 because that sounds too fake. So 90 it is. Also, for this next level, I give you a bunch of weapons at the beginning. Just take the AK and make your life a lot easier, just to fucking mow down everyone.
Okie dokie.
Also, smoke by Dombor.
Bum 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 bum. I actually really like this one.
Fucking
And now we're at.
that shit out.
Hold on. How's he hold a suppressed pistol? Never mind. I thought he held it in that annoying. I do not like the way that people hold, like people resprite the pistols to hold them right side up. They look like little. Like the reason that Dennis made them to the side is so they have like a profile and character to them.
Yeah. I do agree, the upright kind of looks weird. I feel like Bree's gonna live at the end of this level. He lives right. He lives right. Oh yeah, I heard you like break hard bids, so I decided to spam it.
I didn't even notice it the first time. It's crazy, like back in 2016, how like with an uncritical eye I looked at all this stuff. Like I bet Dinaton, if they ever look back at the editor, like looking at 2016 stuff, they're like, Jesus Christ, these kids can't make anything.
MD full VH, get the fuck out of my work. You're disgraceful. You think this is art?
Think this is a fucking game?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and obviously he can't pick up Colombian weapons because Reed is a jack of default. and also the enemies are all fucked up. So.
Yeah, well, I'm picking them up anyways, so I'm denying the enemy their firepower. Like, I remember specifically my first time playing this, and it was like what sparked me complaining about it to you is I was being chased down by a fat, and like at the last second I picked up a Mindo from a Fame, and it just disappeared, and he just beat the shit out of me.
He's like, bitch, you thought. God.
Yeah.
Funny fact, so Palo did a lot of playtesting for the campaign, and this level, I kid you not, used to be a lot worse. And like even watching his stream, like I genuinely felt bad for him because he died at least like 40 times, just like playtesting.
Did I clear this?
First round. So he was a trooper.
Yeah, good old Palo.
Palo was a trooper. Shout out Palo. I didn't talk to him. It's been a while.
Yeah, I keep telling you to. I want him to come back.
Baby, come back. You can blame it on me. Just kidding, we didn't have a falling out or anything. I know he kind of like, he was doing like 2 campaigns that eventually canceled, and then he basically just working on hard stuff outside of the editor, like real life. I just saw that guy walk almost across the whole tile river. I will say those bridges kind of look cool.
Yeah, I like the bridges. I remember looking at this being like, yeah, this is passable. Like, I get that it's carpet, but like, what else are you gonna do? How naive we were. Ah, I meant to pick up the knife, guy.
People in Azure were talking about what levels have realistic waters, and I think Fantasia had that pond that looked super fucking nice.
Oh yeah.
Swimming in it or something.
Yeah, that did a cool job. I don't think you could go over it. What's funny is that since you're using invisible walls to like the enemies can walk on water essentially. Unless you use like true invisible walls. I doubt you did.
That didn't come out till a while ago, so I was using like the basics. Well, one, it's like pretty much the tiles are completely vanilla, but a lot of like the notepad stuff that the quirks and whatnot were not around at the time, so I made use of what I got, and also as a noob. Dodgers. The Zaya or whatever in the comments was asking to stream the Vengeance remake. And I was like, I don't think we got some.
What about a Vengeance remake?
You have dinner in like an hour. If you wanted just to stream it, but we're not gonna have time probably.
Vengeance remake?
I want to see that shit. Yeah, so the Hotline Miami.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of the Richard campaigns with like Cancer Jacket. Yeah, we got time. I can go through your entire thing of work. I gotta be. Let me check my phone, but it's like I have a couple hours at least. It's either 4 or 5. Since you're listening to it now, I should ask: should I use Smoke for Takedown or not? Like the same song?
I wouldn't use the same song. Like it's good, but like I don't know.
No, we've seen it.
Get better.
Takedown specifically is like I don't want to spoil like locations. Yeah, he's asking me. Spoiler alert, one of the levels is named Takedown. But I don't know, I feel like you can find something else.
Yeah, Mac, you can do better. Not saying like your original choice was bad, but I think there's more. Domino's letting me use it with structure like yeah, like look around maybe for other Domboard tracks. I know like Unclear I think Danny used in Miami Horror, but I'm sure looking around like it's up to you honestly, but like I said, I'm sure you can find something better.
Yeah, it's not like everyone it's not like people playing takedown are all gonna go, "This is from the Requiem soundtrack," and like hate on you for it. I just don't know if it's tonally a good fit.
Yeah, he said it definitely. He said music's in the experimentation phase.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that definitely. I
hate you, Dodger.
go back
What the
and
hell's
forth
wrong with this
always
dude?
With, like, tracks and stuff. Like I used a song from Nexus. I saw that Dodger in the door. That's so weird.
Yeah, like the first pipe swing just whiffed right through it. I got nervous that it was just gonna kill me.
He's impaled by the door. Yeah, also on the next level, there's like symbolism. I think the color red, I was trying to use symbolism for like fate or whatever. I don't fucking know. I was trying to be
Blood.
whimsical.
Hey, it's regular henchman.
Death, because you're gonna die, bro.
Also, I like how all of them have the same face. It's pretty racist.
Checks pulse. A lot of pulses checked.
But he's not the one that asked if he was dead, but they're the same face.
His like brain is just like, just.
I like this though that they like, you just killed off a main character. Like, I like killing off important characters. Like this, and they died.
That's it. So he was born in Anchorage, and then he died in Miami, like a fucking G. But
And
yeah,
then they like,
even like
the Colombians just send his head in the next cutscene. Although they didn't show it because you're too much of a pussy.
I know. I didn't want to. It's actually oh, that's so funny. When Zen made this like really edited recording of Requiem, and I think in that cutscene he like made a image of like a black and white read. I'll try to find it. It's so funny that he like edited it in, but I guess he really liked this campaign, so I was like somewhat flattered because I didn't really know who Zen was.
Never forget the massacre of a real human being too.
Live leak. Jesus. Yeah.
Is he talking about how I keep killing off all the important characters?
Yeah. Everyone.
I don't give a fuck.
When will you learn? I kill everyone. No one is safe.
I mean, how the main game did that.
One is dead. What's it called? I think with the last level in the beginning, there's a song. God, I forget the artist, but it's almost. I think you heard it where it's it's not melodic, but it's kind of interesting where like the heavy shit is not until like the second half of the level, but yeah, it's a song called Sleepless. But I remember like listening to that track and like out loud, I was like, holy shit, because I knew it would be perfect for the last level and all that.
Don't you have like a song change? Like after like the first half and the second half?
Yeah, it goes from Sleepless, which is like this melodic, upbeat song, and then it goes to a remix of I Am the Program, but it's like the, I forget who remixed it, but it's so funny because I had to test out the music mod, and that second half, like that song, like I Am the Program, it's like so fucking loud for some reason. I remember someone in the comments was just like, yeah, great campaign until that one song blew my eardrums out, and I was like, oh, sorry bro.
Yeah, I did notice that your the songs are not evenly balanced audio wise, because like that last song on the pier was a lot louder.
Yeah, I don't know how you test that out though.
Hey, quit out and go back in, Cucko. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna do that. Well, it improved. I think it was just that level being shit because it's full of garbage. How's the frame rate looking for you right now?
Right up, pushing.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean,
Where am I going? Is there an idle enemy sitting
yes.
somewhere?
Maybe, I don't know.
Still more.
I think that fountain kind of looks cool, except for the water.
Chip Eater 97. I'm actually not eating chips. I'm eating salad because I need to eat healthier.
Because myself some spinach.
I got a whole bunch of leafy greens next to me, like a fucking vegan.
You kale eating douchebag.
I love that the enemies are afraid of sliding doors. They're like, nope, if there's a way around, I'm going that way.
I ain't fucking with those things.
Yeah. Everyone always shits on carpet grass, but really, what is the alternative? Like, what does grass look like? I mean, I guess you could add some extra, like, brown in there.
There is a grass tile. I think that, God, I don't know who uses it for the levels, but obviously Music has it for his, tile mod. Shout out Music Jab for having the best fucking idea. So helpful.
Oh, yeah. Everyone only takes the brown tiles out of it, though.
Everyone's like, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, brown wood.
Give me some brown, some tan, and some fucking...
Black, some gray.
Checkered tiles. Some black, some gray, some tan, some brown. That's how we do it.
Right.
This hasn't been done before, right? Everyone's like, yeah.
Colombians really overtook the Mafians pretty fast. You're the only competent one in the entire organization.
What about the Lost Tiles?
Do you know the meme Lost?
Lost Tiles? No.
Like with the abortion, he comes to the hospital door, and like the receptionist talks to him.
Yeah.
So, and like people have boiled it down to its basic thing of like one line, two lines, two lines, one line, and one horizontal line, and you can find that in Music's tile mod.
That's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Look at this. I know he had like abstract carpets, and then he had one where it's just like Trump's face, and I'm sure it's like.
Hey, he's giving it a little kissy.
Tiles put together. It's like, just in case you want to have Trump in your campaign.
Big old Trump tile.
Fuck.
He doesn't die here though, right? It's just a flesh wound. It's not an abortion, it's a miscarriage, you heathen. I guess I'm not a true Lost fan.
Yeah, even with this, like, there's a giant asterisk where he gives him the plane ticket, but he could have, like, handed to him, there'd been a pause, and then he, like, literally says, like, what is this, a plane ticket? And then, just small shit that could be good.
Yeah, getting pacing right in cutscenes is difficult. Like, having, like, waits that are either awkwardly too long, but if you don't include waits, a lot of, like, cutscenes can seem, like, rapid fire. Okay, oh, that was retarded.
Like, glitches, he, like, moves. Yeah, he, like, shifts to that wall because I think with that cutscene with the boss being injured or whatever, for some reason that just kept crashing on me, and I was to the point where I was so frustrated and then, like, just wanting to fucking finish the campaign, where that was the only workaround. Oh, no, the walk to option for the cutscene kept crashing on me. Like, he could do it once, but if he did walk to again, it would crash.
Yep.
And I was, like, so frustrated. So
The way
that was,
you-
like, the only solution.
Yeah, the way you fix that is you copy paste the level file and just try again. Uh-oh.
Abortion.
Did- Did you hear that alarm, Matt? Did you hear that through my mic?
Yeah, what was that?
It's my fucking security system. Every once in a while it just does that. If it does it again, I'm gonna...
Your security system?
Yeah. I don't know. It, like, tells me that, like, it's been disconnected from the router. I think it momentarily loses connection to like, Wi-Fi or something.
Is this for your house?
Yeah.
Maybe you have a home invasion.
Yeah. Yeah, BRB guys, if I don't come back, I've been murdered.
I thought one time your stream just like stopped and we're just like, is Rob okay? Sorry guys, I just had to kill 2 guys that broke in my house. I'm like, oh, you're good, man. Robbed Racer. Holy shit. What a classic.
Well, I survived. Fetus deletus.
No robbers?
Yeah, no, and just that same update. It wakes me up most days because it starts at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
That must be annoying. I would just fucking disable it and then just kill one day.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a nice neighborhood. Although there's like a trailer park right across the street. Remember, I had a friend driving me home one day, and like we go through that street to get to my neighborhood, and he's like, "Rob, where the fuck do you live?" Like he thought I lived in a trailer park. It is a bit shady, but I don't know. They had a lot of like conservative slogan signs and like giant metal cutouts of soldiers kneeling. It's a pretty cute place, I guess. Come on, why is that?
Is crime a thing in your area?
Not really. Although at one point some kid took a baseball bat to everyone's mailbox.
Oh, nice.
Like, you know.
Hope we didn't hit your fucking truck.
Yeah, and then from like no, they didn't. But another like 16-year-old, because there's like a hill on the other side of the neighborhood. Like he hit that hill at like 60 miles an hour, and like flipped his car and sent it through one of my neighbor's fences and like trees. It was pretty funny to see it, but yeah, he didn't get killed, which I guess that's a good thing. But also he's still a menace to society, driving like an idiot.
He's like, I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never got to meet him. I just heard the story.
That's some pretty redneck shit, but I don't judge you. At least you're not friends with them or anything.
Yeah, I never met him.
Like, yeah, he just gets in trouble.
Oh, Jukes!
Yeah, I remember, this is so random, like, my grandma lives down south, and like, when I was like 12 or something, it was like her friend, like her grandson, was like came to dinner with us, and I guess like my grandma wanted me to start taking golfing lessons, and I just like wasn't about it.
Old
Like,
people
"Oh,
telling
I
me
go
to
golfing
golf.
with my friends." Yeah, and so he was like, "Oh yeah, I go golfing with my friends," and then he was like talking about how they like break into golf courses and stuff, and like my grandma almost had a heart attack. She was like, "I thought you were a good boy." Like, fuck. Anyway, he's in jail.
Why is it that the Fame looks and sounds like it has a silencer, but it doesn't? I don't know. That's a question for Denaton. I wonder if they like at first programmed it to act like a suppressed weapon, but then it was overpowered. I don't know. It's not good sound design.
Yeah. I think, we said when the Colombians get the silence pistol execution, they just lie there, just like, oh shit, I guess I'm gonna die now.
Yep, they just take it.
The end. Just arm spread, just like, Jesus, take the wheel.
Also, when you execute with the Fame, it's the wrong sound effect.
Is it the Uzi?
When you execute with this, I don't know how well you can hear right now.
I'll try to see when I get it off.
Like, that's the Uzi sound effect.
Last level. Yeah, that probably is the Uzi. Yeah, when I first was doing this last, like, floor, I was one of those where I was getting, like, visibly burnt out from doing the campaign, obviously. And I think the color scheme, I did, like, literally black and red and I showed a screenshot of the payload, and he was like, "What the fuck is this midnight animal?" And I was like, "You're
Ooh.
quite right." So I just did blue.
I think it worked pretty
Call me
well.
out. Yeah, it looks good. Might be a little bit too much, but it's so weird. But, and like in the center, like I hate how I was trying to make it look like obviously the previous floor, just mimicking everything, but there's just like empty space that I could have easily made the level better. But instead, I was like, oh, it's a fancy niche and depth and shit.
Oh, I get it. Did you make all the rooms smaller to like try to give it a look of distance? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like you've made the room smaller.
Yeah.
So that's cute. It's but like people do that a lot, where like the sections of the first story are visible from the second story. It doesn't work in my eyes because it's the same exact size. At least you tried, even though like the desks are the same size. That's so 2016, man. I love it. I never noticed that before.
I was just like, it's gonna be a balcony, and like you can just look down at everything. I think I was gonna do a darkness filter, but it just kind of looked weird, so I just left it. So
Whatever.
I'm trying to be creative, I guess.
What annoys me is these
Don't judge me.
glass doors. Ah,
Yeah, those are. Because the enemies just feel like they don't want to shoot you. The last floor.
God damn it, Matt. Why do you have these dudes right off screen? I can't see them with shift.
Just hold it down with your pinky. That's what I do with shit. It's done. I believe in you.
Matt, out of ammo, chump.
It's supposed to be challenging.
Yep. I feel very challenged. Should probably save all this ammo for when the fats start coming. Like this guy. This fat son of a bitch.
Can you hear the music?
I can. I've got the audio for the game lower on the recording.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I can up it slightly.
No, that's cool. I don't really care. What was I gonna say with this? With kind of going back, what I mentioned with
What?
Blue Doctor, essentially.
Sorry, my computer just asked me how likely am I going to recommend Windows 10 PC to a friend or colleague. Like, you ever heard of Windows? Anyways, sorry, what you were saying?
Oh, I just saw that. No, you're fine.
Whoa,
Like,
okay, that thing's causing some bad slowdown.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Okay, there we go. Sorry I interrupted you. What were you talking about?
No, you're good. I was just making sure that the stream's still kind of grainy. Like, I know I'm on delay, but the fucking Windows is fucking up the stream and shit.
Yeah, well, like, my inputs were so laggy that it caused me to, like, walk upwards.
Sort of coming back. No, we need to finish this. Dude, I feel like I'm watching it and, like, I don't have my glasses on. It's, like, blurry.
Should I lower the volume? Is that what fucked it up?
I don't know. It looks like it's on, like, 240p.
Fine, I'll lower the desktop
I mean, you
audio.
can see it, but...
I think it's because I pulled it up from being minimized. I don't know.
At least you cleared the floor.
Yeah, I think we just beat Requiem.
Yeah. The very last part where streaming was goofy, but...
That was off screens.
I was gonna say earlier, with, yeah, publishing it, essentially, Blue Doctor, aka Speaks, was working on Madness, and he, like, in a way, I was in this like weird competition because he published his first like teaser level, which was called like Revenge or something, and then I posted Collection, the mansion level with Reed, as like a follow up to that because, again, like I said, it was like this weird competition where like I wanted to like finish mine first, which surprisingly I did, and yeah, so it was just this weird thing, and like obviously I published Requiem, and then basically helped him with Madness after, and I think that's where you and I sort of like met and we bonded over bitching
Death
about
over
things,
bitching at Madness. Just how much of a shit show development was.
like fuck this guy. Can you
Fuck this
believe
game.
this
Look at all
shit?
these
Like,
mismatched
he's
patch
telling me-
wads.
Yeah, man, we had some long vending sessions. But yeah, so all that hate just developed, and we bonded, and were like, "Hey, you want to make a level editor tutorial?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And the rest is history.
Yeah. Between that, we played the entirety of a cool ass Richter campaign that got canceled.
I know that you.
That was kind of how we like became
Someone-
good friends. Is we were like just always shooting off ideas back to each other.
Yeah, and I think we even with now, like you and I see like eye to eye with a lot of stuff, and so I think that definitely helps. Where maybe at times people don't see like your perspective, and then I'm like, oh no, I see where you're coming from with this, and I kind of give my feedback. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of helps.
Yeah,
We
we've
just
always
get
been on
you,
the
bro.
same page with stuff. He's in Fiji. Where is Fiji located? Is that just Bahamas, Caribbean?
I think so. Let me look it up. I don't even fucking know.
No. The lawyers are here.
Fiji water. It is. What the fuck? Oh, it's Whoa, it's fucking near Australia.
Huh.
Huh.
You didn't even
Well,
know.
no.
You just sent him
I
there.
thought it was- Yeah, because I wanted to be like Hawaii or not Hawaii. Yeah, basically Hawaii or some shit. Some businessman being like, "Hey, do you have time for Jesus, the Lord and Savior?" And he was like, "No."
Yeah, that's all I wanted. It wasn't supposed to be ominous. Your waifu.
Yeah. So first campaign, I got multiple comments. Or this one dude in the workshop just comments. He like gave me a paragraph on how to do good cliffhangers, and I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna read this shit. Like, I'm done."
Was it what swag is a resource? I don't hate a lot of people, but I fucking
Oh
hate
my
this
God.
game.
Jesus.
Thing
He
like your
gave me- he
campaign's
gave
not that
Requiem a
funny.
2 out of 10. Because I think he said the first level, like the laundromat, it definitely is like compact, but he was just like focusing on that, and then he gave you like a 2 out of 10. I'm like, is the laundromat level a 2 out of 10, or is the whole campaign? So at one point, like, if you're just arguing with a dumb person, like you're just gonna fail.
Well, I mean,
Not
that
that
kid has permanently sullied his reputation when he tried to call Shell Shock a boat. He was like, "It doesn't look like a boat.
Boat.
This is a boat that doesn't look like a boat. You failed.
I see waves. I see waves, so it's a boat, man.
It's a boat."
I stay to it.
I know he misspelled resource.
Cool.
Cool. So that was a quintessential 2015 or 2016 campaign. It's just, it's some filler. It's the levels aren't gonna make you struggle to learn to finish them unless they're too dark.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, but that took me 10 months to make, and I pretty much was solo with the writing, and Palo kind of helped me with sprites a lot. So shout out Palo. Yeah, that's Requiem. Good old Vine Sauce Vinny, Dima.
he does look like him, like a lot, especially with the hat. Like you can't deny it.
So even now, I've been pretty absent from the workshop, but it is possible I might publish some single levels, maybe here and there when I have the time. But I'm still fairly active in the community. Probably on Discord more so.
He'll come to my Discord every once in a while.
Yeah, I could pop in like an absent father visiting his kid.
Yeah. The difference between you mistaking my dinosaur for a whale is you weren't writing a public comment review and being an asshole about it. like not only was he like grading the level badly, but then he was like, and it doesn't even look like a boat. You didn't even give it boat features. And it's like, oh, you're retarded.
Good observation.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I might be able to stream for a little bit
more.
longer if you want to go through some of your single level stuff. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to be a
You can
pit.
play Vengeance because actually no, play Puss Ahead or something. But
I'm actually have them subscribed. Give me a sec.
yeah, you're good. I can like be on for another 15 minutes or something. What was I gonna say? Because I'm watching. We got 14 people.
You said Puss Ahead.
Yeah.
Puss Ahead was a very.
Like I made.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I made it. It was one of those levels where you have like a huge surge of inspiration, and I was like almost done with it. And I showed Palo, and he was like, "Why the fuck are you making this?" And I was like, "Cause I can. I want to believe." And everyone loved it.
Sorta. I think it was the final Dead Ahead meme kit level, because like we got a couple like Snake Ahead, Bread Ahead, Soldier. It's the Soldier Ahead. Depressed Vinny. Yeah, he's got these like the circles under his eyes were so like purple.
Insomnia.
My favorite thing about did it work? I subscribed to it. There it is. Puss Ahead. I think I suggested this to you is have the cat underwater.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny to me. Yeah,
You
Bread
might give
Ahead
me
was
the
for Hammer.
title name or something.
You wanted to call it Pussy Ahead,
Snake Ahead.
and I was like, just do Puss, don't do the E. Yeah, no, it's the same fucking
Very-
Dumble
very
song.
Aggressive.
So like, did you make this from scratch, or was there like an outline? I mean, obviously you copied Dead
There's
Ahead.
outlines.
Yeah, but since it's henchmen, you weren't able to use
Had the-
crouching enemies.
So, yeah, Yoss had the original outline for the Snake Ahead or whatever, and I basically was just like, yeah, I'm gonna take this and then make it more detailed, a little bit better.
Mhm. Yeah, you got those cool redial barrels that are really nice looking for like industrial stuff.
Definitely fit.
There's that Dodger. Come here, bitch.
And I remade the shelf room, but it kind of is not really that good. Thinking back, but at least I tried to make something else because I know that room just pissed me off all the time.
Oh yeah, the storage room. Like the storage room on hard mode is like one of the few levels that in the main game that I think it wasn't the greatest choice because like you are kind of just like stuck in that corner and having to like snipe dudes, and like there's really not a whole lot of other option. I like that you made the bottom half of the ship really. It's essentially the final level of what we just played.
Yeah, that's what we mean. But yeah, comparing like this level to obviously like the original, I sort of like the lighting where you go like underneath the ship because for a while I was like, wait, you go like above the upper deck or is it lower? And I was like, I feel like it makes sense being lower because at one point
Yeah,
there's an engine room.
It's gotta be.
So
Yeah.
it's gotta be me. And then instead of like shitty living quarters, I just made it like fancy. So I think that was cool.
Got little.
Blood really sticks out, you know.
Yeah, I still got the edgy blood mod. Literally, the patch mod for this is called Edgy Blood.
Even better.
Yeah.
So, Lego had a good patch mod, I think, for Red Star, because, what's it called?
He just had the Red Star patch mod.
Yeah, like, because the blood was, like, had a tint of, like, a bright red, but not too much. So I think he had a good balance with that.
I really want to check out this child mod. Cause I'm just kind of reminiscing on how great Pussahead, like all the different animations for like the way he like cocks a shotgun or like executes somebody. Cause like it looked like the kid was like struggling to hold the weapons in the animations.
Who made the mod again?
His Shrekmechia or Drekmechia. The same dude who made the.
Oh, okay.
Like he makes all the crazy. On the Phone Home subreddit, he like showed a whole bunch of like unfinished stuff, and like there was like an actual like snake mod, like Jake to an actual snake, and then like some enemy to a bat, like he like the walking cycle, he's actually flying and flapping his wings.
But the kid's sprite is not published, right?
No, you can play it right now.
Work in progress.
No, it's finished. It's on both subreddits right now. The bat and the snake one are not finished. And then he had like some Mother Russia Bleeds ones that were, you know, I mean they were just kind of reskins from the Mother Russia Bleeds game. But what was cool is he changed the roll dodge animation to something completely different. Like instead of rolling, you like break out just a full sprint, and I guess for some reason that makes enemies shoot above you.
That's cool.
Yeah, this floor on the original Deadahead, I struggle to figure out like the purpose of it. What makes it so hard on the hard mode is that they change where the transition is. They do this a couple times during hard mode. Is the transition is on the other side. Whoops. So,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of like stuck there. And I guess it is interesting gameplay to like, cause you're like doors next to windows. You're just having to like hide behind doors, else you're gonna get the whole cavalry on you. But like I've watched like S rank stuff on for like Deadhead hard mode, and you have to be aggressive with it, but you're still taking a pretty like hiding approach. You're not running around the whole map.
Yeah. At least with this floor, like revised, it's possible that you can get kind of like cornered on both sides if you are just using guns, because obviously the enemies just swarm you, so that's kind of a downside, but it kind of gets you on your feet. Sorry, on your toes. Like again, carpet, fucking.
Yeah, that's right. I just noticed that.
By breathe, I was just like, oh, okay, I know better.
You do a good job of like setting items down, and like it looks like they're set down kind of randomly or like stacked on top of each other, but it looks natural. I still struggle with that, but you do a good job of it.
Yeah, just putting items in, like they have to fit the setting, but also one, it's not gonna like limit the player movement like you're running into shit. But it also keeps it like fluid, so you can just move around. Yeah. Thanks. And like as I mentioned before, like over time, I was like less focused on detail. And
Yeah,
I think with
you wanted to go with that
rotating
Hollow Mammy one.
objects too.
Yeah. Having an item
I
slightly
just kept in that look.
rotated adds a lot of personality to it.
You kind of need that too, because you don't want everything just look blocky, but yeah, over time I more so was less focused on like rotating couches and shit. So
Getting slow down on this floor. What did you put on it?
is it lagging?
Yeah. I just like my keyboard inputs don't feel as precise.
No, it's crispy. Yeah, it's probably just detail. A lot of shit there.
The other floors felt better. It's usually like if you have like something with multiple frames that cycle them. Also, this has got a lot of windows. Windows are actually bad for performance. It shouldn't be that surprising because, you know, they explode. Is Rob still playing Requiem? No. Remember that secret level in Requiem where you become Vinny turns into a cat?
They got the log.
Yep. Those lawyers get a hold of Dima and they turn him into a cat and tell him to go kill Colombians on boats.
No, the Colombians take Reed's body and they make him to a cat form. They're just like, you will work for us.
Yeah, they harvest his brain.
Young Colombians here.
These are bad Colombians. Yep. Deep lore.
This floor's kind of challenging. I mean, I think the window placements basically the same. There's certain ones I added, but those long windows are definitely will get you.
Yeah, well, I should be done with this. I screwed up meleeing a Dodger that was idle. And now I'm back to square one.
Dude, I really do hate it when you, like, go to pick up a weapon, but for some reason it's not registering. You're just like, what you're doing.
Yeah, it's... like, Evan with the baseball bat genuinely has issues picking it up. I'm positive. And maybe Pardo. I think the baseball bat is, like, the weapon... Well, the biggest problem is that they didn't really set a very intelligent priority with, like, pickup weapons. And I've gotten very used to it now of, like, double-clicking it, because I know I'm going to pick up the wrong weapon first. But the fact that I throw a weapon at some dude, that, like especially an out-of-ammo gun, and then I pick up the gun instead of, that I just threw, instead of the dude's fully armed gun, it shows that their priority system didn't really, wasn't really well thought out. Like, it should be...
like, why are you picking up an empty gun?
Right, yeah. Right. Like, the empty gun should be extremely low priority. If you pick up, if you have a melee weapon, it should prioritize full ammo guns. And if you have a gun that's full ammo, it should prioritize a melee weapon, because why else would you be dropping a fully loaded gun?
Yeah.
And so, like, even if you're closer to, say, a pipe and you're unarmed, it's gonna pick up the gun first, or something like that. I don't know, I just... There we go. I'm really excited for the HM2 gore mod. Like, with the humor stuff. I actually haven't really worked on that too well. I've got a couple of things, but most of them are default.
Are you keeping it the same?
Currently, it's almost entirely the same. Enough people has said to me that they really like that aspect of Human Being 2, where the dead bodies were different, that I am gonna pretty much entirely revamp all the dead bodies. Not counting executions.
Are you? You're not doing. Yeah, you're not doing like new death sprites, right?
Like, no, but I like the one where, like, the knife cut the dude's belt, and so his pants are around his ankles, and he's got, like, heart underpants. But I'm not gonna have, like, dicks hanging out or anything. Really, I think it's just,
the real stuff.
Even if it's not humorous gore, if it's just different gore, it's just kind of refreshing to see, because you see those dead bodies, and, like, a lot of reskins just, it's that same pose, just with whatever outfit that they're wearing. That's kind of what I have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm getting annoyed with the game right now with the slowdown, and I kind of got to poop, and I'd like to turn my ceiling fan on. So, thank you for watching our stream. Thank you for showing up, Matt. Good to have you back on the channel. We'll do this again, eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I think I'll try to get one more stream in next week, and then I'll be gone to Europe for a month, so you won't really hear from me. But I might get Danny or something. We'll see how it works. How far is Human Being 3 in development? It's going good. I don't know if I would say a year, but it's not around the corner. The thing My goal is to get it out before Danny releases the wrong engine, because I want to start working with the wrong engine for modding Hotline with like the code. So I don't want to be like still burdened with Level Editor Human Being 3 while other people are getting a head start on wrong engine. So yeah. Goodbye.
Go, please.